Hello, Leo. Elsie here to do a reading for you, my friend. It is a reading for the month of February. We're going to do an overview for February. We're going to talk about love, career, and finances for you. Leo, I am part of your fire family. I'm a Sagittarius rising, but I'm also a Leo Jupiter. So Jupiter's in Leo for me. Where is it for you? Where does it fall for you? But here I am with this reading for you. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, whatever it is for you. Let's take a look at it here. We're going to look at love first, career and finances. Leo, thank you so much for clicking here. I appreciate you. If you are brand new right off the press and you're a brand new Leo and you're viewing this or you're cross-watching, please let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for the ways that you love on this tribe. We're trying to grow this Leo tribe. That's all up to you. I can come here and drop the reads, Leo, but it is up to you to be in the comments and give me your thumbs up to let the algorithm know. All right, let's talk about love coming up in February for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about love for Leo. Tell me about love for our beautiful Leos, please. All right, well, we've got 2 cards. All the other ones dropped 1. What do you got here? We have, when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and of love. Very interesting. So when it comes to matters of the heart, if you think you're doing something wrong, there's no right or wrong. All it is whatever is good, best for you, right? A lot of people can tell you, don't do that, don't date this person, don't go here, don't go there, but it really isn't up to them. It is, in fact, there's no right or wrong. It's only what is good for you. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. We've got a secret admirer. Well, who wouldn't be admiring Leo? Leo's beautiful to look at and fun to be around. Here we go. It's we've got someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Okay. So for some of you, the secret admirer, it could be someone that you speak to always on a daily basis. It could be someone you see at work. Possibly you haven't clued into the fact yet that somebody is kind of sweet on you. But it feels like there is somebody, whether you're speaking with them or not, there is a secret admirer out there, somebody who might be watching you. We've got on the bottom of the deck is the future energy for me. It says forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. It's time to get into the now, Leo. You got to stop focusing on the past. And sometimes that can stop you from going forward if you're too connected to the past or you keep looking back there. You can't see what is up there. So it says here, life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Absolutely. I think it's Chris at Minnow Pontero that calls it stinking thinking. Yeah, I think he calls it stinking thinking. Like, you got to get out of that energy, right? Of thinking that the worst is going to happen. And it feels like once you let go of that energy that's holding you back, it feels like you will be able to move forward in love. So we are going to do oracles, as you were seeing here. We're going to do oracles first, and then we're going to go to tarot, Leo. All right, let's talk about career. We'll take 1 card for career, please. As many as the universe wants to give us, really. Tell me about Leo and career. Now, if you are someone who is already retired, you can look at this from your perspective. That's what tarot is, really. I can bring in the messages, but it's your perspective on what's going on with you, right? So if you're retired or you no longer are working outside the home, you're going to have to look at this in a different way, right? As pertaining to your situation. So we do have a voyage of the heart. It says love flows through you and to you. So it's time to find something that you love, I want to say. That you have been waiting for the right job or the right time to possibly do something that is very close to your heart. And to me, that sounds like somebody is looking for their place in life, their calling, is looking like wouldn't it be lovely if we could all do what we really love for life? I'd be eating ice cream out on the step. That's what I'd be doing. Anyways, no, actually I'm doing what I love right now. So we have love flows through you and to you, voyage of the heart. So it does feel like somebody is going to be called into the future to do something they've never done before, but something that I feel is close to your heart, or maybe it's your calling. Bottom of the deck, we have fogged in. Go slow and take time. You don't have to do this in the month of February. You could be looking into the future, which this person is looking into the future. You could be looking into the future about doing something that makes your heart happy. Tell me about the finances for Leo, please, for February 2024. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for Leo, please. Leo. we have the potential. So for the potential for something to show itself, the potential for something to kind of blow up, maybe in a good way. It feels like the potential. It's like something is already gurgling under the surface. And I say that with the potential because we do see, the first thing we'll see when a volcano is ready to maybe explode is we'll see the ash first. It starts huffing out the ash, right? So maybe the potential is in the future for you to make more money. And it feels like you need to get closer to find out if this is going to blow or not, is what I want to say. Like if it's going to blow its top. And so it does feel positive for me. It feels like there is a potential for something to show itself to you in terms of your finances. Bottom of the deck, we have power. It's going to make you feel powerful. It's going to make you feel in charge. It's going to make you feel like really nothing can stop you here. It's going to give you freedom. For some of you, this potential is really good. Whatever's burbling under the surface here is a really good thing. Let's take a look at tarot. Tell me about this love for Leo, please, in the month of February. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I feel like you have a secret admirer. So you could be speaking to someone who's giving you the energy of, nah, bro, I'm good. But maybe that's not the truth. Maybe they're waiting for you to say something first. You know that game, right? Where we kind of look at each other and the back and forth sometimes, the banter. It feels like you could be speaking to someone who actually does really deeply have feelings for you, but is still hiding them. But this could also be that you're the secret admirer. You could be admiring someone else from afar, actually. So when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Remember that. And every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. It's all about your choices, my friend. Tell me about love for Leo. We do have, there it is. It feels like you might be watching someone or someone might be watching you, right? And it feels like the secret admirer, right? So either you are the secret admirer or someone else is. Take it as it resonates. But someone is watching with the purpose of trying to figure you out. Or maybe you're watching someone else to try and figure out where they are in terms of their life, in terms of their life path. We do have the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Devil. So it does feel like possibly for some of you, you could be looking in on a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have Capricorn energy here twice. The Queen of Pentacles is someone who doesn't really need you, right? You could have that energy. You could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Moon or the Rising, maybe of Earth. But it feels like you either you don't really need anybody or this person doesn't really need anybody, and that's kind of perplexing to you. It feels like you are thinking obsessively about someone, and it could be that you are the secret admirer. Take it as it resonates. It could be someone else, right? Someone else might be admiring you from afar. It wouldn't be beyond anybody to admire Leo. You're usually quite aesthetically pleasing, Leo. And if and that's why this is a general reading, right? I was going to say, like, it could be that either they are watching you or you are watching them. Someone here as a secret admirer. We do have the Four of Wands. We have the Judgment card. Someone needs to make a big decision about what they want to do next as it pertains to commitment and home. So I think that that's you. I feel like you are making some sort of really big decision as it comes to the middle of the month. You might be making a move on the secret admirer, or maybe you know who the secret admirer is and you've decided that you are going to make some sort of a decision, because I've just told you that the decision you make is not right or wrong. It's whatever is best for you, right? So we do have Judgment here, which is Virgo and Pisces energy. We have Capricorn energy here, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. We have Taurus energy here. So it feels like regarding the home, right? The Four of Wands, regarding your home, your hearth, the happiness and stability of where you live or who you live with. Maybe you're a parent, maybe you live with parents, but we do have the Judgment card here. It's a really big decision that's going to take you on a very different trajectory. When the Judgment shows up, it's because you'll be making a decision which is going to be different than any other decision you've made before. And I feel like for you, it's going to be about commitment, that maybe you have not been interested in commitment in the past, but it does feel like it's something that's on your mind obsessively. I also feel like you have fear of commitment because the Devil is here, and the Devil is about doubt and fear, but it's internal, right? So it's the Devil on your shoulder telling you that's not what you need, Leo. Don't get yourself involved in that. You don't have what it takes to carry out a long-term relationship. It feels like you're obsessive obsessively connected to the idea of commitment, but you're also a commitment phobe. That's what it feels like. Tell me more. We've got the Three of Swords. And that's the thing. I feel like you do want to commit, but I feel like the fear is real. Like, and just remember, fear's a liar. Fear is a total freaking liar, right? It is something that I feel clouds our judgment. You know, a lot of people do things in their life, whether they're scared or not. They do full of anxiety, full of fear. I'm one of those people. Everything scares me. I still keep moving. All right. We do have the Eight of Wands. So I feel like you're not speaking to somebody here, or that there's not a very good connection between you and someone else. The Three of Swords is here. And I want to say it's up in your head. It's a song that's been running through my head today. It's from Joy Oladokin, and she is talking about looking up. Look Up is the name of the song. And she says, you tell yourself it's raining, but the clouds are in your head. Yeah. So I feel like you've been telling yourself that you can't have this, or that you don't want this because it feels like it might be codependent, or you'll feel attached to it, or it feels like a place where you will be chained to this commitment. Like it feels like you don't have a very good outlook, but it might be because you've been hurt before in a commitment, maybe you were married before. With the Hierophant here and the Four of Wands. Maybe you were married to a soulmate and it didn't work out, or you thought they were a soulmate. But the Three of Swords is here. It feels like you do want to say something here. Yeah. I'm hearing that song. Sorry, I'm listening to it. You say, you tell yourself it's raining, but the clouds are in your head. You think it would be better if you jump before you fall again, before you lose it all again. Look up. That's what she says. And I do feel like that's kind of the love energy that I'm getting here, that you're feeling very defensive, holding your ground as it pertains to some sort of commitment, because you feel like the last commitment you were in, this person was chained to you, or you felt chained down, held down by some sort of a commitment. It feels like you want to make a decision here to contact somebody or to reach out to somebody here, but you're feeling very defensive here. There needs to be some sort of transformational energy that comes up here. We did see the Death card on the bottom of the deck just now. We do have the Ten of Cups. So this is the thing. I feel like you're living a paradox. I feel like you're living in a paradox of, I feel like you are watching someone as a secret admirer, or maybe they're watching you, take it as it resonates. But I feel like what you really want is the Ten of Cups. You want the apex of happiness. You want the happy home, the coziness, someone who can care for you, love you, someone that you can care for and love for. But it feels like you always get hurt, and that you don't have a very good outlook on marriage or on solid commitment. But I feel like you're about to make a decision to contact someone who's possibly Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and give them some sort of message. It feels like you want things to pick up between the two of you, but you're scared, right? It feels like it's fear. You're shut down here. This tells me that you're not being very vulnerable, shut down, shut off, miserly. I'm keeping this pentacle at my chest because I don't want you to hurt me. It feels like you are that you would love to have a commitment, but if you could write this commitment and say it goes great, it goes wonderful, it goes super, but you're always going to have to, you always got to take the good with the bad, and that's the truth of it. But I think that you're scared that it's just going to be all bad. All right, let's talk about your career, my friend. Tell me about career for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in February 2024. Tell me about career, please. We have love flows through you and to you. Voyage of the heart. I feel like you're really searching the heart about what you're doing with your career. Are you in the right place? What are you doing with your career? And is there something else out there? So I feel like whatever it is that you do, we have the Queen of Pentacles showing up. The Queen of Pentacles is here as well. Could be someone that you work with, honestly. It could be someone that you got your eye on that you work with this Queen showing up in the career factors here. So the Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, the Queen of Pentacles, sorry, hard to get out the words. The Queen of Pentacles here is somebody who is very stable in their finances, someone who really doesn't need anyone else. Look, I got a hold of it, I got a hang of it. So I feel like you're doing quite well, or the place that you work right now, your career path pays you well to do what you do. And I feel like you do worry about losing that job. I want to say whatever kind of job you're doing, whatever part of, whatever sector you're working in, you feel that it's worrisome. It feels like you worry about losing that job, about where the money is coming from. I want to say if that's the case, those of you who have been worrying that maybe you are someone who is a circus clown, and circus clowns are being phased out and being replaced by AI and screens. I don't know where I get this stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, it feels like that you feel like whatever you're doing could be phased out, or you're worried about them cutting back or maybe laying off. I mean, this economy is crap, right? And everybody's feeling it. Businesses are feeling it, as well as people who are working for those businesses. I want to say if that's the case for you and you're worried about losing the job, I'm going to say don't worry. That right now you're behind the fear wall here because you're used to, maybe you're working in a sector of society where there's a high turnover rate, or it's saturated and there's lots of companies or lots of workers that do the same thing that you do. I used to be a hairstylist, used to be able to hop from salon to salon because it was so saturated that there were so many jobs out there, but you're always in fear of losing the job because places would close down all the time. So I'm going to say don't worry about it because the Wheel of Fortune is here. It is a fortunate time for you in your career path. So whether you might have Scorpio, Taurus, or Aquarius energy in your moon or your rising, but maybe you're dealing with someone who's a superior that has that energy. It doesn't have to be. The Wheel of Fortune is about changes. I feel like there are changes coming to your career. If you do end up losing a job, or it's phased out, or you get laid off, please know that something else is right around the corner. I feel like you're hitting sort of a good time in your life where if you were to be let go of the place that you are, something is right there for you again. And I feel like it's a lucrative place. Like, I feel like you don't lose any money. I think you worry about losing money, but I don't think that you will. So if you are the person who is about to get laid off, or you did get laid off, I feel like something is coming really soon. The Wheel of Fortune is fated changes. It's also divine timing. It's like it was supposed to happen that way. We do have the Six of Swords, which is moving on, right? We do have the Four of Cups, and we do have the Nine of Swords. I really do feel like that you have been bored with what you do or the place where you work. Maybe you're not bored with the work you do, but maybe you're bored with the place that you work. And I feel like you just don't have any more fire. Like, I don't see any fire here except for the Nine Wands, which indicates that you're the wounded warrior and you're worried behind the fear wall, that you've been hurt before, you carry lots of trauma as it pertains to the job that you work in. And it feels like with the Four of Cups showing up here at mid-month, it feels like you're wondering or worried, like, am I ever going to find something that I love? I think that you will, but I think you really need to look at it, not necessarily head over heart, but maybe heart over head. Maybe you'll have to take a step back in terms of finances a bit to go forward, right? So life's a cha-cha. It's all about that. It's about, 5 steps forward, 2 steps back. And sometimes we have to make less to make more. And it feels like you want to move along or move on. I feel like you're bored with the situation, but I feel like you worry, if I leave here, what's going to happen next? I feel like you don't really have to leave. If you're going to leave with a plan, but I feel like whatever plan you make is whatever changes are coming, worry you. We do have the King of Pentacles here. I'm going to say that you are a person who really doesn't have to look for work. Work looks for you. It feels like you've always got something on the cooker, that it's always flowing to you, because the King, who is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy, is the one who has the Midas touch, right? It's like this, and I've seen this in action with someone who is the King of Pentacles. Someone will just walk up to you and say, hey, you want to sell your car? Or hey, you want to sell the house? Or hey, you want to sell that big rock for $300 in your yard? Like, it comes that way. So I feel like you don't have to worry too much, because I think opportunities are always flowing or being available, making themselves available for you. We do have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. We have the Ace added to the 9. You're going to drop these burdens. I feel like something else is coming up, and I feel like you may change jobs this year, and you might find some sort of an opportunity in February. I don't know if you'll change your job in February, but changes are coming, whether it's changes to the mind because you've been worrying about it, or just changes in general. But I feel like you're no longer passionate. It's no longer exciting. It's no longer fun. Whatever it is that you're doing, I think that you might love what you do, but you don't like where you're doing it. We do have, yeah, the Towers here. So it does feel like you've kind of had enough. You have a realization, even though you're worried, that things are going to work out. I feel like the universe is coming in to give you a little bit of, can I say, a little bit of mercy. I always see the Tower as mercy. And so I think they're here to give you a little bit of mercy. And it feels like, you know, with this here, it tells me that you will build these pentacles with no issue, that you will have confidence in your stability financially, and in the workplace here. It feels like you just need to be confident that there is something out there for you. This Tower, I don't think we really have to clarify it because the worry is here and the Ace of Wands is in the reverse. It feels like you've had enough. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody here has made a decision to just move forward. You are sort of done with the place that you're working right now. So tell me about finances here. We do have the potential for something to go off here. Tell me about the potential with the finances for Leo, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. We have the Magician. So I want to say that you have the capability, the resources. You just need to tap into your full potential, my friend, as it pertains to your finances. You need to figure out what it is you have for tools, resources, and skills. And then it might even be that you leave here to go with your heart's desire, right? Something that is going to make you money. You might be someone who is the magician, someone who has the ability to turn something out of nothing, and that you have all the aces, my friend. You're at the beginning of everything. All you got to do is bring whatever it is you've been dreaming about into the 3D. Whatever is above should be below. We do have the Six of Wands. You are going to have victory because you are the magician. And so I think it's going to be a magic time. Look at that. The wheel shows up twice for you. My gosh. Look, you are stepping into a time that is going to be very favorable. Very favorable for you. We've got victory on steroids here. We've got victory. We've got people watching you, people cheering you on. That is the card of Leo. The Six of Wands is card of Leo. But I feel like it's also victory after the fight, right? So it feels like this is the fight, and I feel like you get victory because you realize your potential as the magician here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune again, which is fated moments. It's changes in your finances, which changes are going to be great because the Six of Wands is here. It's victory after a hard time. Always dropping cards on the floor. I'm not going to go get them. Clearly, we don't need them. So, all right, here we go. So we have the Hanged Man. We have the Knight of Wands. I want to tell you that you should move slow. Make sure that your finances are balanced before you decide to make any moves from job to job. We do have the Temperance energy here, Sagittarius energy, but it also is being patient, right? And it's up against the Knight of Wands. Maybe if you're the person who usually moves impulsively from job to job, it's time for you to slow down, look it over, look at all of the opportunities as they come in, look at this point of view and that point of view. Try and look at it from a different perception other than your own. I feel like your money's on fire for February, though. I'm going to say that you are. Again, we've got the Judgment card. Look, you're making some really big moves in February. Very big decisions about your finances here. And it feels like you have some sort of an opportunity that you run off to. I feel like the finances are going to work out just fine for you. We do have the Ten of Wands. Look, you're at the point where you're going to be dropping your wands. Look, we have here the 9 and the Ace is 10. There we go, 10 in the reverse. You're holding on to something here. You're holding on to your finances really tight possibly, but you're also holding on to financial burdens. And this is the year, my friend, that you get rid of your financial burdens. I feel like you are smart, entirely smart, very cerebral, Gemini energy, that you can move very quick. You're very brave and courageous. I feel like that you can walk into a room where there's a lot of competition and people look at you. I think that you are making some decisions here. You might have Virgo or Pisces, maybe Sagittarius in the chart, maybe Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, maybe another Leo placement, Pisces maybe, but it feels like it's all intuitive for you. And I feel like you're really highly intuitive. As a Leo, you do have intuitive energy. So I feel like there is a lot of great things coming up for you. Look, at the end of it, you end up being the King of Pentacles. You don't need anybody's help. You've got it all. You've got solid, grounded, stable, and sturdy finances. And I think it starts here. You need to find out what your heart's desire is. So you can now work towards your heart's desire and still make money doing it. Look, the Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Wands here in terms of your finances tells me shit's going to hit the fan in the best way. It's going to be really good for you, Leo. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I do appreciate you. Thanks, Leo. If you have anything to say, please do it in the comments. Thank you for your thumbs up. It is just going to bring other people in the Leo tribe running. I do appreciate if you help build in that tribe. I'm going to go for now. Take care, Leo. Bye-bye.